Missed out. Well, tough luck, that boy's mine now. We are more than just good friends. This is how the story ends. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, daCat, SHIRO update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. My hair is doing a little bit of a crazy thing today. Just going to let it down here real quick. We got a little bit to go over today. Nothing crazy. We do have a little bit of a heavy news day, though. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to go over the last couple of days. I've been busy, and I have I just have some stuff to go over. Let's see what we had today. We actually, not some good news for some of the stuff we get to go over, but in general, we had a new all-time high today on Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we were up to 126.1. We were up a little bit over 126K today, which is nice because we were down yesterday to like 123. It was like 123.2, and going up to 126. That new all-time high is very, very nice. That's the trajectory in which we like to see. Okay, I'm sorry. There's hair. There's gotta. Okay. I have to get new hair ties. I'll get new hair ties when I'm in New York in a couple of days. It's going to be great. We have a Ethereum. I think was at 4,700. It was actually at like 47.3, almost 47. 47.40, give or take. We're at 46.86 right now. So we are still up 4% on the day on Ethereum, 1% on the day on Bitcoin. Definitely think we're in phase 3. BNB, I assume, had a new all-time high today, 12 something, 1237. It might have even reached 1240 at one point. It is 1223 right now. Remember when that was like 800? Remember, I don't know if anyone's there when they launched at like 10 cents all those years ago. What was it that? Yeah, I think it was BNB that had. It was Solana. I think their test network after that launched. It was the quickest token to go from 0 to 75 billion, and I think DEVVE will be able to be willing to bet that DEVVE's able to beat that. Right now, to get in the top 10, you need to have 32,000, and Cardano's so close. I'm sorry, $32 billion market cap. Cardano's very close to 31.8 billion. It is just behind Tron. To be honest, I really don't know that many people that use Tron. Maybe a couple. Comment down below if you use that network. Comment down below if you know anyone building on there and doing all that jazz. Because again, I see Cardano at 31, number 11, and Tron's out there, before it. I'm curious to see what other people are using that. Anyway, let's. Penguin says first, what's going on? Vladimir Kolombet. Interoperability would be a game changer. Oh yeah, it's titled Interoperable VeVe NFTs? Question mark. We do have that. We'll go over. Let's take a look at Definity, which has had a not good day today at all. They're down about 15% on the day. Chavez, weren't they going steadily up? They were like 2.7. You're absolutely right. They were. Why the big leg down? It started about almost 9 hours ago. We had one wallet that had just let loose a $3,900 sell order. As soon as that happened, then you had a $700 sell order, $1,100, $1,800 sell order, and then people are just like, so it just cascaded. They're all from different wallets. That one that sent full clip, 3,900, they are out now. Like there's no more of them left. But then again, when it rains, it pours. $700. So it was really only, let's say 18. Let's say $3,600 after that. And then since then, we've had a couple of very, very small buys and sells, up 157, sell of 70, sell of 300, buy of 600, buy of 230. So again, relatively small, all things considered. We'll get back up there at some point. Maybe there's some more pain to go beforehand. All I know is that I know I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now. In about 10 days, I'll get a little bit of money. And unfortunately, it's just going to take that long. The person I was supposed to literally have this done at least a week ago. I'll have it done maybe the end of next week, but might be a little bit later. I guarantee you from right now at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 6 October, DEVVE, DFINITY, OMI, and daCat will all be at a much higher price point than they are right now, because that's just what's going to happen. Again, DFINITY at 2.2 cents, a $3.5 million market cap. Normally, I would say like, oh, let's see what maybe daCat can pass them, because every now and then daCat does. But daCat also had somebody full clip sell about $15,000. I'm sorry, almost $16,000 worth of daCat in one go. It was this guy. I won't dox him or say his name or anything, but this guy was generally not a good investor, generally not good with money, generally just not. This guy should be nowhere near around crypto. I don't think this person has ever made a successful trade. I don't think they've ever made any type of money. I don't know whether it was the wife or whether it was life getting in the way, but basically they kind of forced him to sell. And now they're out of crypto. They're out of whatever. They went to a SEX, went to a centralized exchange, and they're out. Wild that this is the time they choose to sell, or they're forced to sell, whatever. Again, some people do this to like, you know what, I have to save my marriage, and it's like, okay, good luck. So that's why daCat's down about 10% today. They're at oh shit, excuse me. They are at a $2.3 million market cap. With they did reach 600,000 in liquidity before this. Obviously, after this, now it is quite a bit less. 288,000 in daCat, 288,000 in Ethereum. So yeah, they had that. Penguin says interoperability will be the end of OMI. Fucking what? Unless they find a way to ensure that every transaction is still tied to a fee that goes to licensors and OMI is being burned. But listen, before we had Stacker, there was no, like, before we had Stacker, there's really no OMI burn on the VeVe app. So I don't know what you mean that, like, unless they have a fee that goes to burn OMI. In my opinion, burning doesn't really do anything. It's good optics. It's cool because people are like, oh yeah, they burn. That's great. But if there's no buy pressure, there's no buy pressure. The price isn't going to go up by somebody dumping and burning 5 billion OMI. I mean, we burned 5.5 billion OMI. It did nothing to the price. Had a negative effect on that. Didn't have a negative effect. It's just that the overall general bear market at the time was a greater effect than the 5.5 billion that were burned. But I will say that unless they find a way to ensure that every transaction is still tied to a fee, I'm going to say this. I feel like I know Disney now. They're not doing anything unless they get their money. I don't think Disney would have approved any type of interoperability unless they get their cut. Again, Disney is not there. This is going way back, like 20 plus years ago. Hulk Hogan was back on wrestling for a stint, and this was 20 years ago, and I forget what WrestleMania. No, whatever wrestling event that it was that he was back for. It was awesome. He won. Everyone was excited. And the next day on Monday Night Raw, everyone's like, Hogan, Hogan, Hogan. And then Shawn Michaels goes, listen, until he needs another payday, he's not coming back. In that same breath, I'll say, unless Disney's getting paid for it, they're not doing it. Disney will not do anything unless they get paid for it. I guarantee you that there is no way any of the Marvel and Disney NFTs are interoperable without any Disney NFTs are not going to be interoperable unless there's some way in which they get paid. I don't know what platform that could be, because OpenSea doesn't guarantee it at all. I don't like OpenSea for that reason. Like because they can't guarantee it. So I don't know what it could be. I don't know the way that find a way to ensure. So I think you're right. There's going to be a way that every transaction is tied to a fee, or else Disney won't get paid. And again, I don't know. Is there a tertiary market, another platform that's going to accept? How Stacker can guarantee it, but again, how can it be interoperable? Because I mean, unless they're saying like, well, yeah, Stacker's technically its own wallet. There's no way, unless Stacker builds out they have their own like third-party wallets. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a physical, or I don't know what that could be. Yeah, you get your own wallet and you can store it there like a MetaMask. Like I I don't know how they could do that. Maybe there's some way they could. Um, yeah, I don't see another way for them to, because it's on. They made such a big deal about moving to Base. They're not going to make like a new chain, which would be like impossible. Not impossible. That'd be that'd be not cost effective to do. So I don't know how they're going to do it. But again, if Stacker is now, maybe Stacker has a new intern and they fucked up. I don't know, but there's got to be a way in which they've guaranteed the fee, because there's no way that Disney would allow it otherwise. I don't know what that could be though. I don't know the solution. I mean, you could think of a solution, be like, yeah, we're building on the DEVVE blockchain, and they're going to have to ensure the contracts for these fees. Like again, they're not doing that, because I know DEVVE. Like I know who's building on DEVVE, and VeVe is not. So I don't know how Stacker's going to do that or guarantee that. Maybe there's some crazy tech out there. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, pretty excited about it. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. When Stacker said soon, again, I don't know if that's like a new intern there. It's like, yeah, soon. And they just, again, they fudged up, but I don't think they would have gone on and said that unless it was something that could be announced before the end of the year. Not saying that it would be rolled out before the end of the year, because again, they haven't made the announcement. Although Stacker is generally more reliable when it comes to speed and timelines than VeVe, so maybe it actually is soon. I mean, we'll see. Duck and Cover says, howdy. Stacker post though. I know, right? Crazy time. Craziness. All right, let's get to SHIRO. See what the SHIRO's up to. SHIRO's up 3-ish% today. 424,000 in volume, $2.78 million market cap. Yeah, SHIRO's not doing that bad. All right, let's take a look at what else the SHIRO is doing over on X today. No, nothing. They had their weekly Mew yesterday. Oh, they have a community contest, a plushie giveaway. Thanks to our amazing community, SHIRO is dropping something special. Any buy of $250 gets you a limited edition SHIRO plushie. Contest starts October 5th, $1,700. I'm sorry, 1,700 hours UTC. Who the hell speaks in UTC? It's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There are only 200 plushies available. Once they're gone, they're gone. The limit is 2 plushies per wallet. You reserve the right to disqualify suspicious or split transactions. To claim your plushie, you must fill out a sign-up form below. Shipping costs covered by participant. Next level teaser, keep your SHIRO plushie close. Soon it may unlock a special community challenge. First come, first served. Maybe that's how okay, that's really interesting. That's really cool. Actually, I'm going to share this with my daCat folks and say, where's my daCitty? Maybe we can do something like, I want something just like this. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, I want something just like this. Sorry. 1,000. Okay, Nick. Okay, thank you, Nick. Yeah, no, the Stacker post is amazing. Is that Yertle the turtle that can cover? Is that Yertle the turtle? If it is, bravo, good sir. Bravo. All right, I mentioned DEVVE. Let's go over DEVVE here real quick. Let's see what they're at. They're down about actually they're down like 0.1% on the day, down 1/10%. 49 cents. Really wish I could get a little bit more here. $327,000 in volume. I was supposed to do cardio today. I was supposed to do abs, and then after my show this morning, I literally was busy until like 5:36, and then I didn't eat until like 5:30 today. And then after 5:36, I was like, okay, well now I'm not doing any cardios. I just ate this big freaking meal. I just have to do extra stuff tomorrow. Anyway, there's 327,000 in volume, $43 million market cap. I'm ready. I'm ready to go in and buy some in 10 days. 2, 3, 5, 6, 10. Yeah, maybe 10 days, give or take. I will not. I will. My last stream will be on Wednesday because I have a flight to New York Comic Con on Thursday. Hang there Friday, maybe hang that, depending on what a friend of mine was supposed to get back to me, and she didn't because she's a hoe. She's awesome, but she just didn't get back to me about staying there an extra couple of days, and then I'd have to fly back out. I had to change the flight, but that's going to cut into my. There's a lot of moving parts here these next couple of months, but all good things. All good things. We go over and we have DEVVE made an announcement. It wasn't really an announcement, but they had something today. I think it was from the ecosystem. Part of our recent rollout included the DEVVE developer forums, purpose-built for the first devs building on the DEVVE network. There are feature requests, DEVVE research, announcement, tutorial guides. You want to build on DEVVE, you need to be here. Create an account, write your first thread, find fellow DEVVE builders, discover docs. If you're not a builder yet, it doesn't matter. DEVVE is one of the easiest blockchains to build on with support for your virtually any major programming language. And you could join over on there. Well, link down below to make an account on the DEVVE exchange. But you just go to the DEVVE ecosystem, and then they'll have that form for you there. And that was it for them for the news over on X. Let's do, okay, we did Definity. That was not great. SHIRO, daCat we did. All right, let's do OMI. Let's see where we're at on our OMI. Down about 1% on the day. Yeah, all of the stuff that I love is down today. It's had a bad day. Actually, it says down 3%. It's weird. It only says down 1% on CoinMarketCap. But CoinGecko, it says down 3%. Either way, 00032. We're at an $89 million market cap and 9.4 million in volume. So the volume's still there. And I can't really, I know there's other whales outside of my network that are buying. It doesn't account for millions of dollars per day though. So we'll see how long we stay up here, whether the next move is a breakdown or, according to Paul from Definity, it's probably going to be a leg up because we've seen, I mean, we were kind of undervalued for too long. But if you look, 100% today on OMI, that is how people are feeling. Actually, I'm going to go vote on CoinMarketCap, show my support. I'm going to, oh, I already made a, okay, yeah, post submitted. I'm feeling bullish on OMI. What else do we have here? Connor, what's going on? How you doing, fam? Give me those peace signs. Kuma saying, what up? What up, Kuma? How you doing? Anyway, man. Yeah, and DEVVE, price prediction by the end of the year. I'd say a couple of dollars. I'd say $2 to $5 by the end of the year. Well, as long the overall bull market will just take this up over $1 anyway. But the announcement of the exchange should make us like a couple to several dollars. So I'd say $2 to $5. The rollout of the exchange, the announcement of the exchange partner will just bring awareness to us. And the rollout of the actual exchange, everyone will be using it. They'll be making money. I don't think the lending protocol is going to come out. I don't think that's going to come out before other things. But let me check. Oh, okay. Oh my God, 8 a.m. Hell no. Oh shit. Okay. Give me 1 sec. I have to reply all of this email. Howdy. Can we do? Who wants to talk? Oh, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard. Okay, so that would be 2. Okay. I'm gonna be. No, I gotta. All right, so 11. Can we do 3? 12 p.m. Fuck, I have a meeting. I'm just gonna move the meeting back because they've done that to me multiple times. All right, can we do dinner time tomorrow? And that'll work. And I have to get the notes from my guy on these carbon credits. Okay, sorry guys. I'm doing a bunch of different things here, and one of them, respond. I'm sorry guys. Give me 1 second. Count Chavez trading. Okay, login. I had this note in here somewhere, and I have to find out where it is again, so I can make sure that I'm giving him the right. Holy shit! I think I fucked up here, and I might have deleted this note. Bill, the over president. I'm justifying movie. Oh, I fudged up here, guys. I was supposed to have a note here for all of the things. Okay, no, here we go. It's like my third one. Okay, how many tons for credit? 15 tons. Okay, how many acres? Okay, all right, we're good. We're good. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Let me just make sure that email went through. I didn't fudge this up. Okay, we're good. So I would say $2 to $5. Once the marketing campaign actually takes off and the exchange actually rolls out and they're actually making a lot of money, and especially once they're paying their people, once they're paying, not like they're paying everyone now, but once they're paying everyone out the trading fees and people are making money hand over fist with that, they're going to be going and saying, okay, everyone's going to be pushing that. Because no other, comment down below if you know of any other exchange that is paying out 60% of their trading fees via a referral program. Because I don't think anyone is. So I think that's really going to help as well. What's up, Zombie? I'm unveiling an epic purchase I did last night on Bill and Zombie's Metaverse Adventure. After your stream, Randy, hope you can check it out. I will try. I will try. I unfortunately have a couple of calls to make that I was not able to make before. And I have to, actually, I'm waiting on a call, but they can call now and I don't care. I'm not going to answer that now. Very good. Omar says, good evening. How's it going, fam? I meant for the space. Not a space. My God. It's a live stream. It'll be a podcast. I understand, like, hey, if I go to you, I was like, hey, can I get you on the podcast? And you say, yeah, sure. What time is the space? It is not a space on Twitter, not a Twitter space. It is a podcast. I am not having a good week here. I am straight up. Fuck. Okay, we can do it on a. Yeah, anyway, Diego, thank you so much for reposting the stream, my man. All right, let's get to the news here. And we'll get you all out of here. God, it's good to be the king. Oh, I love this game. So we are at, oh man, we got to go back to this day. Yep. Bitcoin surpassed $2.5 trillion market cap. Okay, I need to set schedule. I can't, like, oh, I'm going to play it by ear. Cool. We'll let you know. Fine. We went over the Definity giveaway the other day. All right, Bitcoin exchange balance just hit a 7-year low. So and this was as of October 5th, yesterday morning. So it hit a 7-year low yesterday morning, and I think that's why you saw the all-time highs both yesterday and today, because there's just not much Bitcoin left that's available. Now, granted, we are down. We went up to 126.1. We're at 124.7. Ethereum still hasn't hit that all-time high yet. Nakomi says the OMI advantage Why crypto beats fiat for buying collectibles. There's 0 cash out fees. There's bonus MCP and bronze tickets, 100 million OMI leaderboard for rewards, and token burns with every purchase. You can unlock the benefits and more at sacra.world. If they're able to go in and make if they're able to go in and say make these VeVe NFTs interoperable, and they're still able to use stuff on Stack or somehow, like that would be, they guarantee that royalty. I don't know how they do that. To like 5 cents locked in on OMI. If they can do that in the next like couple of months, and they do it before the NFT narrative hits, and suddenly they're all, yeah, your NFTs are interoperable. And again, if VeVe were to tease this, I'd be like, okay, we'll see it in a year. You know, after the bull run, we'll see it next year, maybe 18 months, maybe 2027. But because it's Stacker that's teasing it, I feel like that could happen pretty quickly. And if they're able to roll out some type of interoperability where the fees are just, yeah, put it in your MetaMask, put it wherever, and then the fees are still locked in and guaranteed in some way. I don't know how they do that, but they can do that, 5 cents locked in. Part of the reason why some people last time, even now, they don't like us because like, oh, I can't put it in my MetaMask, which is fucking wild to me, but whatever. If they can do that, Jesus, yeah, like I said, 5 cents OMI would go to. Blow off top, not right away. We'll see. I don't know if I should go over the Josh Mandel thing. Jason Payne, I wonder if DEVVE is going to be available in New York. New York crypto sucks. Probably not, because like right now, if you are in 49 out of 50 states in the US, you can buy OMI on Coinbase with dollars. It takes 15 seconds. And you could buy OMI on Coinbase with US dollars. But not if you're in New York, because New York is trash. And that's why I left, because it sucks. I still go there like once a month for stuff. But yeah, New York is god awful when it comes to crypto. So I don't know if DEVVE will be available in New York, because like you said, New York crypto is trash. Jason Pena, coming to give you a hug in a couple days. Josh Mandel says, few hodlers would think it's smart to touch their stack in a strong rally, but that's just the time to lever up. So I threw 2 Bitcoin into some gold call options. So far, I turned it into 26.5 Bitcoin. You only focus on the risk of decay. You forget why we pay the premium. You have Hunter SA saying, every time I tried to trade, I've lost money. I'm only built for hodling. But if there's a way to copy your exact trades automatically, I would definitely do that and pay you a fee of the profit. And then you have Josh Mandel saying, at the beginning of my career, I came across studies suggesting that even a monkey throwing darts could outperform the average trader or portfolio manager, which made me realize there's something in the market that often leads us astray. So I started trading. I'd make a decision based on all the reasoning I could gather, and then I'd do the opposite. That's insane. Gratito Crypto says, Josh Mandel, let us know. Fuck, I just lost my spot. Says, let us know, for you now is correct time to buy more Bitcoin and Ethereum? Just say yes or no. Josh says yes. But there's this one guy named the Compound. I don't even know why I said I didn't need to post his name. But this guy named Kryptoni reposted it. And I thought it was interesting. It's a video about this guy that he's got these AR glasses on, right? And he's like grilling something. He's like putting limes on his on whatever he's barbecuing or cooking. And I thought that this was another person with another VR headset on, but it's not. That's just, he's legit having like a spousal marital argument with an AI that's not really there about having to put limes on his burger meat. It is the wildest. It is, dude, we're cooked as a species, fam. This is I don't. Oh my god. If you want to simulate having a nagging wife, you can. In AR, apparently. And this got like, I only got 22,000 views, but that was just insane. King Mavs Forever says, what an honor to receive the level 100 logo mint number 2. Finally getting this physical on hand. The piece is absolutely stunning in quality and design. Huge thanks to David Yu for the recognition. Truly humbled and grateful. This one's a lifetime keeper for me. The future of digital collecting is bright. Oh gosh. New York Attorney General Letitia James, her team is done in 2026. Thank God. Bill Gardner said, what up? What up, Bill Gardner? Bill, thinking of you every time I hear about silver all-time high. Still got some? I'm sure he does. Bill, I love you so, I always will. Am I ever gonna see my wedding day? Okay, I don't care. It's an idea. I like it. Sleek, swift, and unmistakably imperial, the Aerotac 74Z speeder bike returns in 3D digital form. The crafty Aerotac 74Z speeder bike Patrol Division Snow digital collectible Star Wars collectors will need to hold the Aerotac Z74 Z speeder bike Snow as well as the Scout Trooper, which will be burned. Crafting requires 5 gems and will be available on first come first served basis starting 12 October 2025. Good for them. You know I do, my man. Zombie says, "Yo, Bill." I don't know. We do have Tom Anderson from DEVVE posting a little something. Let's see if I can. There we go. Hey everyone, here's an update on the glass block payouts. I know there were some deleted messages here, as this isn't really the channel to work through the mechanics like this, but good to give an update for those who had to wait a few extra days for payout. I saw amounts coming in and amounts requested to go out that didn't match up. It was not a large amount of money, but in the scheme of things, but it was enough that it caught my attention. I figured out what happened tonight as I dug into it. We accept payments through Coinbase Commerce. They added platforms that we had not received payments on before, found the missing payments, realized they were on a different chain, and then I added those chains and saw them, so everything was fine. Overall, this was therefore no technical issue. I wanted to make sure this was not an exploit, of course, which is what took extra time. Also, this issue was happening right as we were coming out of one of our biggest releases ever, which made us short-staffed after this week on technical side of things. Thanks for the patience on the issue. Most folks waiting for the payment were accommodating. There was one person that accused us of being scammers, who is now paid alongside everyone else, which is pretty rude given that it was only a few days delay. But realistically, if there is one possibility of an exploit, we do need to track it down, of course. There was no exploit, no bugs, no technical issue, other than a simple reporting tweak that was needed. Everything is all set now. You have somebody else saying, to give some insight for your CoinMarketCap comment, we hired the top marketing agency that focuses on exposure and engagement within CoinMarketCap. Not one of the biggest, but the top one with a proven track record of results, catering to some of the biggest layer ones out there. Same as we picked one of the best studios to create our websites, the approach was similar here. The contract is for a 12-month campaign to bring the most effective results for where we're aiming. We're in its initial phase. To say that CoinMarketCap posts have no effect after a few weeks of a 12-month plan that has various stages and tools is kind of short-sighted. CoinMarketCap has been identified as the most effective platform to raise the kind of awareness we need in this initial stages. Only people who research coins use it. There's no other noise other than crypto. There are big KOLs, and I'm sorry, give me 1 second. There's also a concrete reason why there's no flood of marketing material coming out with the DEVVE network. There are big KOLs who focus on this platform specifically, and they will also be part of this campaign. Tagging other coins strategically is just the very first step to get our name out there and let people know ticker DEVVE exists. Other steps will follow. This CoinMarketCap is one of the things that we're starting as our product begins rolling out, but I'm only commenting on CoinMarketCap as you mentioned it. I've been following your posts and enthusiasm, and I'm kind of surprised you pulled out the when marketing card. It's beginning, but it has strategic timing and precisely defined scope, as we will have more tangible products to show the public. There's also a concrete reason why there's no flood of marketing material coming out of the DEVVE test network, and it will become apparent quite soon why and what we're aiming for. Like I said many times, it all comes down to whether you trust this company is run by professionals that know what they're doing. Good man, good man. Speculation on the coin we saw on the video with David. Can you send me a screenshot of what coin? And then let me know. Send it to my DMs or text, whatever. Good man. Used to be a prepper, so got to cover all the bases: beans, bullets, and bullion. Hell yeah, brother. I actually don't have. I should really get some MREs. I used to have like flint starters. I used to have those. I used to like. I ordered a bunch of like Alex Jones's website, just because he had a bunch of stuff to like bug out, like in case government ever. Yeah, it was crazy times. Fun to have though. That is a fair point. Sorry, I just had a what? Aw, Totodile. Sorry. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Yeah, the guy from DEVVE saying anything is possible because software development isn't exactly something you can set concrete deadlines for. However, the team has already confirmed that the agreement with the major partner has been signed and that things are proceeding as expected. For my part, the only thing I can add beyond whether the project is successful or not, something I'm confident in, but which depends on many variables, some of which are beyond the team's control, is that I've been investing in this project for 8 years and my confidence in Tom and the team remains intact. I believe they are the right people to bring such an ambitious project to a successful conclusion. That conclusion will happen in the next couple months. I haven't gone on VeVe's whatnot thing since yesterday, so I'm going to go on now. And I'm going to see if any of their... I don't know why it shows nothing for sale there. Did they sell out of everything? Why does it say 0 products? Did they sell the Ron English $3,000 bunny things? If so, good for them. Somebody remind me, because I don't know if they sold out of that. Whatnot typically charges about 8% commission on the final sale price. So however much they sold, they get to keep a lot of it because, again, Whatnot only charges that 8%. Obviously, you're going to have that split with, Mac on Deck and Ron English, and they do whatever, but there's only an 8% fee on the website, so not bad. Oh, only for sale for 12 hours. Okay. Okay, copy. Into it. Let's make it happen. Okay, very good. At a $30 price point, I will be getting a DEVVE tattoo. VeVe versus pin sold out. Let's go. Right now. VeVe Digital Collectibles says celebrate New York Comic Con with Captain America, Sam Wilson. Marvel Metallic Red brings this iconic Marvel hero to your collection, defending justice with his iconic shield. There's 550 of these. 500 of them are available. $40 each. Probably do okay. There's already a bunch of other Sam Wilsons, but probably do all right. Metallic Red. I feel like they do well. Nicki Minaj is all about Taylor Swift's new album, specifically the song Wood. If you know Nicki Minaj and you know what the song Wood is about, you'll know exactly why. By 10. Okay, great. Pudgy Penguins now has 576 active loans on Blur. That's a 2.68 more leverage than Bored Ape Yacht Club with a 40% lower floor. Liquidations trigger at around 7 ETH, just 22% below the current 9 ETH floor. When that breaks, 115 Pudgy Penguins dump at once into a market that trades 50 per day. Moonbirds dropped 48% in 6 hours from 83 liquidations. Pudgy has 6.9x that leverage, but I think Pudgy's safe because ETH has been going up. So pumped about my mattress, Gondek Kaiju sign print. Wait, it's a mattress? Dope. I'd sleep on it. That looks cool. I'd do it. $1.3 trillion Morgan Stanley says Bitcoin is a scarce asset akin to digital gold. The firm will allow financial advisors to flexibly allocate cryptocurrency to their portfolios. There's a guy named Julian Brown that has a car run on... Let me see this real quick. Hold on. Let me figure this out. He has a car that runs on... Let's fudge this up. Okay. From Dylan Page.
History. Yesterday, 22-year-old inventor Julian Brown ran the first ever muscle car on plastiline. His 110-octane gasoline he converted from plastic waste. As the live stream from Atlanta showed, he turned on the car to demonstrate there was no fuel inside. And sure enough, it didn't start. He then filled the car with a canister of plastiline, pressed the button, and the rest is history.
So, long story short, the government's probably going to come after this guy, and we need to protect him at all costs.
Guys,
because Julian Brown is now a legendary hero. Just wanted to throw that out there. Elon Musk calls for implementing the Bukele system in the courts. Bukele once said, if you don't impeach the corrupt judges, you cannot fix the country. I support this massively. Audencio. Okay, I don't know what that is, Audencio, so you're not going to get any of that here. But VeVe Zombie, what's going on? How you doing? Meow, meow, meow. Kitty? Love the kitties. Oh, Ironman616, thank you for posting this stream, my man. Back on deck, spell check is the worst. Okay, I was going to say, I was like, there's a mattress? Okay, yeah, I got that. I got that. Yo, what's up, Zombie? How's it going? Meow, meow, meow. Zombie's laughing. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that said, well, I know it says mattress. I don't know why my brain couldn't decipher, oh, mattress, probably a typo for Matt. I don't know why my brain did that, but it did. It did. My brain is stupid sometimes. Donald Trump says there have been very positive discussions with Hamas and countries from all over the world, Arab, Muslim, and everyone else, this weekend to release the hostages and end the war in Gaza. But more importantly, finally, have long sought peace in the Middle East. Remember when we used to say that in middle school? Peace in the Middle East, man. These talks have been very successful and proceeding rapidly. The technical teams will again meet Monday in Egypt to work through and clarify the final details. I am told that the first phase should be completed this week, and I'm asking everyone to move fast. I will continue to monitor the centuries-old conflict. Times of the essence or massive bloodshed will follow, something that nobody wants to see. Agreed. Charlie Lee says he regrets creating Litecoin, and if he had any advice to himself, he would say, just buy Bitcoin and don't sell. Okay. The first Whatnot Live is going to be at New York Comic Con. It's just an open store for Hong Kong. And right now, you're going to get them, I think, on Thursdays and Sundays, those Whatnot streams. Jason Pena says, I'm just saying, when Gary Vee gets on Whatnot, he's dropping knowledge and dropping giveaways. Hopefully VeVe does that as well. The blocking of third-party IPs on Sora is an insane nerf, way less fun now. I did a whole video on that yesterday. I released it at like midnight. You're welcome. Oh, Miss Gecko, my bad. She's always, I freaking love you. I'm going to type that out because she keeps requoting my streams. And you know what? Gotta love her for that. She is awesome. We have a David Gutman. Then a couple thoughts on the Whatnot drop. Massive fail in David Gutman's opinion. Saying not having it earlier so the clothes could ship before New York Comic Con. The page loaded super slow, and I bought a shirt. I don't want just to get the first 25 pins. LOL, but at least I would have worn it to New York Comic Con as a consolation. Except I won't get it in time. Malsey, Time Mail. Only 2 are digital, and those are $3,000. We all really just want the digitals on these. Maybe we'll be surprised, but I don't know. Huge lack of understanding the market of who we are and what we want. Prices are quite high. Adding a digital would have made them sell way more. Person might be right. I don't know. Comment down below what you think. I also made a video about Roblox the other day. I think that was actually in the same video. I have a couple meetings in New York Comic Con for daCat. I can't say who they're with, but yeah, I have meetings in New York Comic Con for daCat. Actually, I haven't even told. I told my daCat whales about one meeting. I also meeting with one of these meetings will work. Hopefully both. Excuse me. Da, 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 da. Oh God. This was updated in August 20. We don't need to have that. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. Yes. Oh God, hiccups. Okay. I just read a stat the other day that in 1997, Greg Maddux threw 232 and 2/3 innings and walked only 20 batters, 19 of which were intentional. That is the craziest stat. Maddux was such a beast in the 90s. Oh my God. Bill Gardner downloaded Whatnot and got the print. Matt Gondek, Bon Appetit. Print, Malibu Blue, signed by artist. Very nice. Love it. Grant Cardone says, you most likely won't see what you aren't looking for. Josh Mandel is looking for Bitcoin at 444,000 next month. If it grew $15,000 a week, you'd get to 200 something K, but there's no way. Like, there's no way, right? 444K sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous. There's no way it's going to happen. No way. And the love just keeps on coming. Oh my God. Sorry, I love this game. It's good to be the king. Okay, where was I? On this day, 10 years ago, I went to a Lindsey Sterling concert. And for the first time in my life, a stranger offered me drugs outside of the bathroom. Yes, it was a Lindsey Sterling concert. Also, girls were very thirsty at that concert. On this day, 9 years ago, I put on the Bane costume for the first time. And I broke the Batman. I broke the Batman twice. Oh, good times. Good times. Where else are we at here? All right, digital asset investment products recorded inflows of $5.95 billion last week, pretty much $6 billion. The largest digital weekly inflows on record, driven by a delayed response to weak employment data and concerns over U.S. government stability. Grayscale launches the first spot trading crypto ETPs for Ethereum and Solana in the U.S. Galaxy launches Galaxy One platform, offering crypto stocks and 8% yields to U.S. users. And Bitmine disclosed that it acquired 179,251 Ethereum tokens in the past week. Trump posted, just out, good news for the holiday season. Early prices are down while tariffs are making a country an economic power again. Also, virtually no inflation as stock markets continually hit record highs, the best of all worlds for the USA. You have Fed Governor Stephen Moran demanding aggressive interest rate cuts of up to 50 basis points. You had Josh Mandel the other day say it's going to be 100 basis points and somehow led by AI, which is insane. Would love to see it. Would love to see it. Okay. New news to use too then. Okay, I'm in Tampa. Awesome. Going out every night. Very good. $6 billion company Open Door says it will allow buying a home using Bitcoin and crypto. Swag. Grayscale launches first spot staking crypto ETPs for Ethereum and Solana in the US. Grayscale receives approval to enable staking for its spot Ethereum ETPs. Comment down below if you're going to do that. The White House expects a Bitcoin and crypto market bill to pass within the next 3 months. Q4 is looking super bullish. Ash Crypto Real says China is printing trillions. Trump is hinting towards money printing. Japan's new PM is pro-stimulus like Trump. Every major country is about to inject massive liquidity, and you're bearish. The only thing you should be bearish on is fiat, not crypto. Again, that is from Ash Crypto Real. Fred Krueger, who has 180,000 followers over on X, says, on Monday, your financial advisor will urge you to take profits on Bitcoin. They will forget to mention that their earlier advice was not to buy the Bitcoin. Most financial advisors suck. Fred Krueger says, time to put on the big boy shoes. 200K is waiting. Let's go elephant hunting, talking about Bitcoin. The VeVe app will undergo downtime tonight for approximately 1 hour, starting at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for your understanding and patience. Get to tip your waitress. I can't announce this yet, but it's a good one. It's a good one. God, I love this game. Dude, life is good, isn't it? Someone from the DEVVE community says, I'm not here to argue, just pointing out a fact. Holders of the DEVVE token have not grown in the past year. Naturally, people wonder if there are any plans to create momentum in the short term. I fully understand there's a long-term plan unfolding, but it would be really helpful to the community if the team could share whether there were any other short-term marketing initiatives planned. Even a hint would give holders confidence that visibility is being worked on while we wait for the bigger milestone. I guess this is a question best answered by Tom Dev or Block Bytes. At the end of the day, you don't find out unless you ask, right? Austin says, I actually largely agree with you. Holders haven't grown, and that's a problem. We're all quite aware of it, but the fact remains you are correct. One of the reasons I pushed so hard for a public network was for exactly that reason. I'm not a marketing guy. We have more qualified people for that. But I know DeFi, and I know what innovative open source projects can do when it comes to adoption. So for my money, that is our most direct route. Ethan Mascarenas says, Randy, if you could only hold one NFT for the bull run, which would it be? Spidey Secret Rare, OG Gold and Silver VeVe, logo. Which one for more X and Y? Could you go a little bit deeper into it? Marvel has tens of thousands, if not millions, of places that it gets revenue from. They're probably not gonna. The fact that they're in NFTs at all is great, but I don't think they're really giving a lot of thought to it because it's not, the Web3 market isn't big enough yet for them to really, like, I mean, they're happy making their 6% on any sale, but they're not going to give that like utility. Like, I don't think it's possible, right? But I don't think they're going to give that utility. The gold logo has utility, and David and Dan, for any reason, could just airdrop people things just because they're the gold. So I think, as far as the extras go, the gold and silver logo has the extras down. They have the utility down. But what's going to make the biggest return? Nobody in the world. So like everybody knows about Spider-Man, but there are so many different Spider-Man out there. Even within that set, the common, uncommon, they're all technically different, but they're all Spider-Man. And one of them has like 30,000, like additions. That's a lot. The Secret Rare obviously only has 1,000, and that's really good because that's going to be super coveted. It already is. I mean, I could picture that being like tens of thousands of dollars. Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, I could picture that literally being tens of thousands of dollars, the Secret Rare Spider-Man. Now, that's just because it's Spider-Man. OG Gold and Silver VeVe logo, that's because of a lot of the utility that it gets. But if you want an ROI, in order to redeem some of those things for the gold logo, you have to go to that con. You have to travel and you have to find a place to stay. And it's just, if you're talking about legit ROI, like obviously you have the experiences. And I don't want to say you can't put a price on them because they do. It's the airfare and cost to stay at some place. That is the price of those experiences. So if we're talking about monetary ROI, probably Spidey Secret Rare. But if you are not a computer and you're looking at, okay, what else can I get out of that golden, like that network is such a special network. The network of the golden VeVe logo holders, they're generally very competent. They're generally very generous. They're conscientious. They're successful. Like they are a powerhouse of people. Some of them, there's like one or two that are legit geniuses. The rest of them, they're not successful, and they're just awesome people. Very awesome people. I don't think that there's another group out there in the NFT world like that. If there is, point me to them because I want to be part of them, and I want them to help me grow, and I want to help them grow. So that network is worth its weight in gold. The parties are one thing, but to be there conversing with people and just so special. As far as strictly ROI though, when people come in here, They don't know VeVe's history. That gold logo probably won't mean anything to them. It's like, oh, but Spider-Man though. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. It's okay to spend, 10, 20K on a Secret Rare Spider-Man. Eventually, not right now. Right now they're worth a couple grand, but because like that Spider-Man, everyone knows how that is. You paid how much for a gold? What is that? Why is that special? Now, obviously, there are reasons that's special, but just to the normal person, like that's not as big of a flex to your average normie. Like, hey, I got this gold VeVe logo. Cool. What's a VeVe? Hey, I got this awesome Spider-Man. You could be, oh, that's dope. Like, that is dope. That is cool. The VeVe, but again, it's not like you need 10 million people to know what it is for it to matter. Like, if it's for ROI, all you need to do is go in and just have a couple of successful people like, hey, I want to buy. How much are they right now? Let's take a look. Let's go in and actually do some detective work here. Oh my God. Sorry. Didn't need to do that. All right, VeVe Gold. Type that in. No, there's 11 in the store. $4,900. Then it's 5K at 57, 58. Okay, so there's really only 4 left. Like if there's only one left at 5,800, you'd get it. 9K is a lot. Like $9,200. No one's really buying that right now. But the 4,900 and 5,800, I picture people doing that. That being said, there's only 4 of those left. You just need a couple of people to come in, and the floor can get pretty intense, and it could spike pretty hardcore. So that's my take on it. I think that the gold logo is special. To me, I could see people paying tens of thousands for it as well. Probably will. Again, I have 3 logos, and I don't have any Secret Rare Spider-Man. But that's also because the Spider-Man has an 8.5% fee, and the logo only has a 2.5% fee. So that extra 6% does mean a lot. I don't know which. Just because I have 3 logos, I'm going to say it's Spider-Man, because it's Spider-Man. But I think they're pretty close. One more saying, it used to be Bored Ape Yacht Club doing lots of in real life events. Yeah, agreed. VeVe has a long-term relationship community. We do. Spaces isn't the same as it. Yeah, Spaces is one thing, but in real life events are just so special. Excuse me, sorry. Mr. MC1 post before Thursday, October 8th. Wait, what? Sorry, Thursday, 9 October, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kick out DB Cooper's Irish Pub. Might be able to go to that. Hey, VeVe fam, look forward to seeing you all at New York Comic Con evening. Number 1 at DB Cooper's Irish Pub. It's a casual event. VeVe kept this as an open event, so any VeVe fam can attend. Make sure you have the VeVe app and can flash it at the entrance just to make sure the bar does not fill up with people randomly walking by. Probably a lot of Guinness and some good Irish music and vibe. Can you do this? On a properly poured pint of Guinness, the first large gulp should bring the line of creamy head down below the harp logo. This is part of the unofficial pub challenge known as Spitting the G, in which drinkers try to make the stout and foam line up exactly with the horizontal line of the letter G in the Guinness logo. That's cool. I might be there. I might not. I'll keep you posted. Let's give him a couple of hearts there. Yeah, bro. I had to belch. Happens, bro. Happens. Anyway, let's move on. Comment down below if you're going to be at New York Comic Con. Let's move on here. We have Mexi and Bybit both having cats. I think cats are going to be the next big thing. Shout out to daCat. There was a whale before that bought 5,500 Ethereum worth 25.6 million. Big money's buying nonstop. Mr. Rav says Stacker World Marketplace will have trading volumes that will run circles around today's Web3 marketplaces. IP digital assets time is coming. Buckle up. Bobby Sad says, not without self-custody. And Stacker saying, is it too early to say soon? Wild. So there was, under Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum's Morena party, there was a law that was introduced, or there was a law that's up for vote. And if passed, it will make it possible to imprison people for up to 6 years for posting memes, GIFs, or videos online that humiliate politicians and officials. Now, be advised, the proposal was made by a single deputy, not the party, and all of his previous proposals have been discarded, so take that for what it's worth. Apparently, the show Wayward on Netflix is really good. Might want to get that, or I might want to watch that at some point. Galaxy launches Galaxy One platform, offering crypto stocks and 8% yield to U.S. users. Bitmine discloses that it acquired 179,251 ETH tokens in the past week. And in total, global spot Bitcoin ETFs have now taken over 1.47 million Bitcoin with 89% US dominance. Let's go, USA. And publicly traded treasury companies hold over 1 million Bitcoin with strategy dominance at 63%. Insane. You have another whale buying $86 million worth of Ethereum earlier today. $86,665,426 worth of Ethereum. There's a one-of-one refractor card signed by the voices of SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. It is a signed one-of-one superfractor. It's sold on eBay for $21,500. That is the highest sale from that set, I think, of any SpongeBob thing. It is insane. If anyone's going to play Pokemon ZA Legends, Mabel is acting director of Pokemon Research Lab. Since the urban redevelopment plan began, the number of Pokemon in Lumio City has surged. Mabel is researching the habits of these Pokemon and is looking into the reason for their growing numbers. Can't wait to play it. I can't. My God, this is going to be a great end of the year. Akomi says, week 5 leaderboard rewards with over 5.1 million points earned. A familiar name has risen to the top and is cementing their leaderboard legacy with 1.1 million points. Please congratulate Zero Legacy as our week 5 champion, their second win to date. Congrats. You have Paul Tudor Jones on the markets saying that ingredients are in place for a massive rally before a blow off top in the bull market. You have Altcoin Daily saying ETH will hit $10,000 in 2025. I say over $12,000 in a blow off top. Tom Lee saying that Ethereum is the new Wall Street. Yeah, it is. And that is it for the news. So I am going to go on crypto Twitter and see what people are. Give me one sec, guys. Oh, very good. There's going to be some type of announcement for daCat this week. Can't wait to tell people about it. All right, we're going to go to crypto Twitter here, and we're going to see what everyone's talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm making my own decision. Nancy May says, I'm beginning to think South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson has low T. That is hysterical. Emojis on a space now called the Oasis, a social lounge. Nancy May says, Alan Wilson had the chance and failed to deliver justice. If he won't prosecute Alexander Dickey and seek the death penalty, the Department of Justice must. Logan Federico deserves real justice. Agreed. Let's see what else we got here. Maduro saying, Zionists rule and control the U.S. Oh my God, Maduro, what are you doing? Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro unleashed a tirade accusing Zionists of controlling Washington and social media while comparing Netanyahu to Hitler. The embattled leader called Israel's Gaza campaign a war of extermination against all Arab and Muslim peoples. Okay. And reaffirmed his alliance with Hamas and Iran. His comments come as global outrage over Gaza intensifies, with Maduro once again aligning Caracas against the West. Maduro is a god-awful person. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm not going to go over that. I can't go over that. Special Tron Edition Tesla Optimus bot at the world premiere of Tron. I'm not gonna lie, that looks cool AF. That looks pretty dope. Also, guys. Oh God, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. All right, guys. If you see a video now, I feel like there's a 50-50 shot that any video you're seeing is going to be AI. So be safe out there, friends. Be safe. NFL fans prefer Bay Area's Metallica over Bad Bunny from hometown Super Bowl show. Yeah. Metallica's pretty awesome. Can't go over that. Not gonna go over that or that. Yeah, a lot of videos I see nowadays are AI. It's insane. Borovic says Bitcoin casually hitting 124. He says 150K coming by December. We will see 250K Bitcoin 2026. According to Josh Mandel, you see 444,000 next month. But we'll see. That Jocko? Sorry. Can't go over that. Miss Gecko says Daily Banker fam, ApeCoin raid. Okay, that's fine. Not doing that. Supreme Court to Live Nation. Nice try. Live Nation wanted to shove a price-fixing lawsuit into private arbitration. With rules so confusing, even lawyers needed a map. Supreme Court said absolutely not. The case stays in federal court, where class actions and billion-dollar headaches live. That is fair. What else are we doing today? What else are we looking for? Sold my toilet to buy toilet. That's great. Some Doge Millionaire says crypto is about discipline, being greater than emotion. Going to be selling a nice chunk of my portfolio by the end of this year in 2025. Could we pump crazy in Q1, Q2 of 2026? Of course. Sure we can, but I'm not willing to risk an earlier bear market than we're all expecting and end up being wrong for the next 4 years if Q1 and Q2 pump doesn't come like we all think it will. My thoughts are about 50% of my holdings are getting sold by the end of 2025 across my entire crypto portfolio. Best case scenario, Q1 and Q2 pump like crazy, and my other 50% skyrockets a solid 5 to 10x. Or worst case scenario, we don't pump and start a downtrend, and at least I locked in some profits, and I sell the rest as it continues to trend down lower than it was the end of the year. Either way, I'm in crazy profit. For what it's worth, I believe November and December 2025 will be huge months for crypto, higher than it was the end of 2024. For some reason, everything seems a bit delayed this year in the crypto cycle, so I wouldn't bet against a huge pump in Q1 and Q2. All I'm saying is I'm not willing to risk it being wrong. My heart says to wait to sell until Q1, Q2 of 2026 for max profits in crypto, but my brain says take substantial profit by the end of 2025. Discipline over emotion. Will watch after stream. All right, so that is Slum Doge Millionaire on crypto and taking profits. Amid sketchy, aw, puppy. Sorry. I don't know who that is. Mars Express, Aster. Everyone keeps talking about Aster. I don't really know anything about him. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Oh, Evermind, day one special. Back us within the first 48 hours and get your name immortalized on every future 24/7 comic as a day one backer on your forever thank you list. Oh, that's awesome. They have a Kickstarter for 247 comics. Very good. Kitten. Gary Vaynerchuk says, Mama said I was born for the silver screen, so here I am living out the dream. When I was a kid, maybe 6 to 10 years old or so, my mom would say I was a movie star. Well, Mom, and did it again this Friday. I make my acting debut on the new Tron ADRESS from Disney Studios, starring Jared Leto. Let me know how you think I did with my multiple speaking lines. You have to try new things because at the end of the day, you only have one of these things that they call life. That is so cool that Gary V's on there. That is dope. I love Gary V. It's a cool dude. Rosie O'Donnell says she's applying for Irish citizenship amid the feud with Donald Trump. I like Rosie. But yeah, I don't think you really need to do that, Rosie, but you know, you do you. Breathalyzer, oh my God. Oh, sorry. Oh my God. Give me 1 sec. There's no way this is real. Backbone of the Navy, Navy Pride, and there's furries at a Navy event. Of course there is. No fucking way. Oh my God, I have to message my friend this. Give me one sec. I think there are furries. There are furries at a Navy event. Hashtag not surprised. Oh God, that's hysterical. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. Aster. Okay, a guy named Book says DEXs are the future and sexes are the past. Over the next 12 months, we will see normies onboard decentralized exchanges and existing traders leave sexes and make their way to decentralized exchanges, taking most of the existing spot/purpose volume. Fair point. That's horrible. Dogen FBI, Aster coded. Okay, a lot of people are talking about Aster. I haven't really scrolled this timeline in a while. Burbank, California airport goes hours without air traffic controllers. Jesus, man. That is insane. Okay, so instead of going on my timeline, I'm going to go on my For You page and see if the For You page is any different. Lethal. Claritza Latina says the Addiction Touch, October 9th, digital and physical collectibles over on VeVe. She always has some really awesome cosplay. I think she should go to New York Comic Con because she would probably kill it. daCat says good morning. Gotta love daCat. Give them a couple of hearts because they're my bays. SHIRO is going up every day with a big goal. Why official Raju is bullish with 12,500 followers, saying low market cap token is like a diamond to achieve big gain. On the bull run, meme token create big candle every day, so SHIRO has high potential for big handle very soon. It has an experienced team also. Hashtag SHIRO. Good for them. Nike the Pig says the pig run's about to take off and Nike's all in. Are you? Had to bring back this classic, epic, rare Evo Poker Classic 2025 tournament when a Nike plushie made it on live TV as one of the winner's prizes. That is adorable. That is from Nike the Pig. We have a comic for Nike the Pig that'll be out on VeVe next year. It's kind of like the sequel to Space Penguin, so I really got to get that done first. Jesus. OMI trading volume of 1.3 billion in the month of September, resulting in 26 million OMI being burned. Top 5 collectibles by volume is Todd McFarlane, a Comey Secret Rare logo, Partner statue, Superman, and Spider-Man Secret Rare. Top 3 comics are MC1, Amazing Spider-Man 1, and AF15. That is nice. Good numbers. Good numbers. Can't believe it's 1.3 billion of OMI trading there. That's wild. Anyway. Let's keep going. Oh gosh. Ugh, my body. Asian Dan says, despite all the detractors, FUD, and drama, VeVe is still here and thriving. Amazing. Agreed. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Sharby, the last seat. Yeah, I had a stream earlier today with Sharby. It was fun. Bill Gardner finally has 1,000 followers. Let's go, Bill Gardner. Woo! The Viral says, if I elected, I vow to. Oh, this is like for the best VeVe meme, and VeVe Viral's on there. Okay, that's fine. VeVe Wheels got his VeVeverse logo at Whatnot. Oh, we got the VeVeverse logo pin. Very nice, very nice. Gotta love Wheels, dude. He's just such a chill dude. I love him. Clarita Latina 5 hours ago, dressing up as Elektra with a daredevil on her shoulder. Very nice, very nice. Comment. Oh my God, Megan Flattery. Meow, 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 meow. How you doing, fam? Hope you're doing well. Charles Hoskinson says, I'm extremely excited to see Wikipedia get real competition. After witnessing years of bias with the Cardano article and massive left slant in many topics, it's nice to have diversity in our information sources. Where is your fridge? So, Meg, I had like a cardboard one, but it died. It collapsed. So I put my phone on there while I do pull-ups, and yeah. So that is my that is where my fridge has gone. Where all the good men go. Sorry. Tape. No, it's not like it's supposed to have a stand that it rests against, but it's done. I could probably get. I would need tape again. I don't know what I did with the stand. The stand is gone. The stand is. Gotta sell that. I know. Well, we do have Dashi back there, next to the pool table, in American Flat. But yeah, the fridge is. I don't know where. I mean, I could put myself this way, and I don't know. Oh, Nicholas does that. Well, Nikolai Volkov, Nikolai Kalibats, Nicholas J. We love him. We love him. How many people are proud to be citizens of this beautiful country of ours? Sorry, I'm just spitting some Eminem. Do you have a bed in this? I do. It's 2 floors up. The main floor is you walk in, beautiful staircase. There's a little living room, then there's an office, then there's a bathroom. But over to the left, there's like a big dining room, and then there's a place that leads into the garage, and then another place that takes you upstairs. But you open the thing, and then it takes you into the kitchen space. You have a giant ass island. You'd love that island. There's a giant ass freezer and fridge, more counter space with a couple of toasters, a big giant stove thing, and with pots and pans. And then I think I've sent you pictures of the like double oven microwave thing. And then there's another table over there, and then you go this way, and then there's a cupboard, and then there's a hallway, and then there's laundry. But then out this way past the table, there's a big yard. I have a pond with some ducks. Dude, those ducks are, I don't know how you call it, savages, because there's like hundreds of tadpoles. There were probably thousands of tadpoles in that pond, and the ducks just like, and they just go ham. And then like there's some frogs there now, and the ducks kind of went away. But I see deer drinking out of there too, and that's dirty water, and they probably poop a lot. They live there forever. No, but probably. So, Meg, I took some acid recently, and it was very strong, and it told me to go to. Well, it didn't tell me to go to Arizona. It told me to, like, what do you want to do in life? And now that my back is better, mostly, I'm at like 80-ish%. I was like, I just want to work out and eat food. Okay, you want to do that with anyone? It's like, I don't know, like friends. Like, okay, do you have friends to do that with? Yeah. Why don't you do that with them? Well, they're not really here. They're like in other places in the world. It's like, okay, why don't you see them or they see you? It's like, we do see each other like all the time. Well, why don't you do this every day? It's like, well, we don't live together. Okay, why don't you live together? It's like, well, I don't know. We just don't. So I call them boys out like, hey, do you want to get a place in Arizona with a bunch of our friends that are already there? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, okay. So in like 6 months, ideally, I would like to do it before it gets super cold, because Ohio gets super cold, but got to wait for that crypto to go up. So a couple months. Maybe, I honestly don't remember. I definitely sent you the stuff with the, anyway, we had tadpoles in the pool when we moved in. Nice. Yeah, they're really cool. It's good that your back is, oh my God, my back is legit. Like I had like 5% mobility. I like couldn't move. It was awful. A week on the inverter, 60% mobility, back working at the gym. Couldn't really run yet, but now I'm at like 80%. I haven't tried to run yet. I've been doing the Stairmaster though, and I've been walking on the treadmill. I meant better. Yeah, I figured. So yeah, I'm down to 190. Well, I was 191, and then I was 190, and then I went to New York for a day, and I gained 3 pounds. I was drinking, I was eating sushi, I was eating everything. It was wild. However, was back down to 191, but then today I just had a not a good day. I just had a day. I just couldn't really work out. Would you do that thing where they put a harness thing over your head? No. So I've done it, and it didn't really help because again, it was my lower back. But I've seen on TikToks like so many people get like budged up from that. I was like, I can't. Like, I don't want, like, I don't want to risk my body ever again. And you hang from your head. I thought you meant they put something on your head and then they to really like stretch. No, I hang from my ankles. I have this inverter table where I hang on my ankles, so the head wouldn't really do anything for me because my problem is in my lower back area. And now it's mostly okay. Again, I still have to be careful kind of with what I do. I still have to move a little slow. I can't be like boxing or anything, but certain things I can definitely do now. I can, dude. All right, so when I went to the chiropractor the first time, the lady technician's like, "What do you want to do?" And I told, like, cover Nate's ears. And I told the ladies, like, and this was like months ago. I was like, I can't fuck. And her face got so bright red. She's like, oh, like she got so flustered. I was like, medically relevant. Like, you guys want to do? I told Dad, I was like, hey, Dad Thomas, I said this. I think I embarrassed your tech a little bit. He said, yeah, I could see that. Maybe that's an upper back. Yeah, that's like a neck thing because like people that have like neck problems, they have to, yeah. But mine's a lower back thing, so I hang by my ankles and I hold like weights above me while I'm hanging upside down, so it further stretches. And again, it's mostly good. One time I feel like one of my hips was a little off, and then that hecked me up for a day. But outside of that, it was fine. Anyway. If there's any more, okay. Walter James says if there's anything better than SHIRO, it's SHIRO in plush form, real soft and ready to hug. The legend just got tangible. Time to bring our favorite cat to life. I gotta do that with daCat. Totally gotta do that. Brock McBread Cat says, good morning, good morning. So many things cooking. It's a lot to keep up with, but I'm getting closer and closer. Banker cooking already today too. I wonder what he's getting closer to. We'll see. VeVe Meister says, weekly chart of one of your favorite coins. Which is it? It's at 000599. It's got to be Banker. There's no way that's OMI. Because OMI is like 000032. Let's see. We haven't checked. I feel like SpongeBob. I haven't had one of these babies in 20 minutes. Yeah, 000032. Haven't checked it in a little while. Let's check the rest of the coins real quick and see where we're at. Bitcoin still at 124. Ethereum at 4600. We're good there. Alan Wilson, nope, not going over that. Josh Mandel says, alt seasons have been fun in the past. They are the clown shows. There ought to be clowns. 1 month to go, and you send in the clowns. Josh Mandel, the reason he's saying that is because by 11/8, he believes that Bitcoin will be at $444,000, which I think is bananas, but Josh Mandel has been right. His past two predictions to the day. So, dude, again, he's been accused of being a time traveler for like a year. If this third one is correct, like there's no defending him anymore. He's 100% a time traveler. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll get him on the podcast at some point. I don't think I can. What the hell? Okay, I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, moving on. We have CDev saying, stay connected with all things DEVVE and hashtag DEVVE community. On my way to fill your bag says, if you couldn't make it to DCon Hong Kong, make sure to check out this awesome video recap that VeVe posted 9 hours ago. It does look pretty fun. Wish I was there. Max from the OMI homie saying, my guy, love this dude, man. I told him my mom was a big fan, and he made me make a video with him to send to her. Class act Luke Chua. Luke's been on the podcast a couple times. He's just such a cool dude. I love Luke. He's my man's. He's my bae. Orange Bag Lady says, Mr. Chua, oh my God, been a minute. Hope he's keeping well. And I hope to see more of his work on VeVe Official ASAP. I hope so as well. It's Bouja's, Cardano Summit, Governor Hat. Oh my God. Meg, show Nick this. A GameStop in Colorado still has the Halo 3 map mural. And then GameStop had like re-quoted it saying, we'll take it down when something better comes out. That is, oh my God, that is hysterical. Debbie Diamond's talking about DEVVE. Oh my God, there's Muppets in comics. That's AF-15 cover with Miss Piggy as Spider-Man and Kermit the Frog as the one she's saving. It's the chef dude acting like Wolverine. And then it's a you have the Muppets assemble as the Avengers. That's really cool. And Will just texted me, you coming to New York Comic Con? Heck yeah. I'm in New York once a month now. Now we'll be in New York on Thursday. Yeah. Okay. They are about to go live for Bill and Zombies Metaverse on YouTube. They'll be talking about Definity. Woo! Love Definity. Let's go. Potsy Weber says this guy's great. Wait, what did he just do? I don't know what cartoon that was. Atomics Atomzoid? What is that? Do I need to? Okay, no, I don't need to. We got a new comment coming in from Abe, says, glad you just started. First one here, let's go. Okay, I am very thirsty, but I am going to go hang on the inverter first. Can't believe you guys just keep talking about price action. I'm just here for the tech. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I'll catch y'all later. Goodbye, friendos. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Baby, I'ma have the best economic